Glad to have you with us from Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The finishing touches on a long season and a great matchup we have for you in the Cheez-It Bowl. It's the LSU Tigers and the Missouri Tigers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
I can tell you there is a lot of excitement down here on the field. The energy is electric, and it is gorgeous weather here late in the season. The sun is out, and we are looking forward to some good football. As they say, it is perfect football weather. We're going to get great passing, good running conditions here on the field today. I'll keep you posted on how that plays out as the game goes along. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 20. Stopped at the 26. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Simmons makes the grab. It's Lee. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's a beautiful job by the receiver, man, knowing exactly where the sticks are. Don't dance, right? Get that first down. You're on your side of the field, man. Get a new set of downs. Keep this drive alive. I love players that have that awareness.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Simmons. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, getting it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow. They cap it off the touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. takes the handoff. It's Berry. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Off to the races to the right. The tag. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, he races some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Picks up the first down. At the 45 on his way. Turns it on down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Gonna run it. It's Hall. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. And you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Got enough for the first. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen, and you saw it right there.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Run inside. It's Hardy. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Tight end now in motion. Throwing Simmons. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Missouri wants to go fast. From the gun on third down, Simmons. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Looking for a crease. It's Hall. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the 1st. Running right, it's Durham. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a 1st down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Levin. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in, it's Brown. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final play before the end of the quarter. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Guys, LSU has the lead here. That was an entertaining 1st quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our 1st quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He lets it fly. He hauls it in, and nobody's close.
And, man, if you want to make big plays down the field, that's how it's done. It starts up front with the offensive line, and he had so much time to go through his progressions and then go through it again, man. So much time in the pocket. He delivers the big play down the field. Kudos to that offensive line right there.
Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Looking for space, it's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Moving away from pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. Here's Simmons to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Shakes off the defender. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
3rd and 6 yards to go. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Third and 6 yards to go. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Looking for a gap. It's Berry. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. LSU quick to the line. They'll go right back to the run. Might have a chance. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Simmons gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. The quick out. At the 35, he's got room. All out of space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
There's usually two different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on an electrifying pass play that covered 93 yards to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Escapes the pressure going right. Got a man, it's Green. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Quarterback moving. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the tight end. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Quickly complete. Snags it and he's open. Touchdown Tigers! With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half.
This offense is high octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Berry. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Starting to feel a little pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Simmons to throw. Quick completion on the out. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it with Hardy. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff, Durham running left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain?
Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. Still on his feet. They'll make the stop on the return at the 38-yard line as this defense records an interception. has the offense ready to go on the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They go right back to Hardy. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Simmons from the gun on third down. He uncorks one deep. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. On the run, it's Berry. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. LSU right back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll run it with Caden Durham. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Trailing by a touchdown here in the 4th, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to Hardy. Fighting off the defender. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. It'll be 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He'll try to do it himself. Didn't get past the marker when he started his slide, and now it's 4th down. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together, maybe go tie this game, maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll try it again.
Listen, guys, final 2 minutes of this game, you've got to throw. You've got to be able to pick out wide receivers one-on-one that are going to make a play. I love running the football, but now is not the time. You need points to win.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Levin. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a fortuitous bounce, Reese. A nice break to him, makes the catch, makes the big play down the field.
Well, they've tried to get this quarterback going, running the ball in a variety of ways, and they haven't really been able to kind of break him out just yet until that run right there. Nice individual effort on the scramble. It took a little longer than they would have liked, but maybe that's the play. It's really going to sort of spark this offense and really maybe get this guy going more on the ground.
Big play on the scramble. Got out of bounds, stopped the clock, picked up the 1st down, and now they'll try to find a way to score.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand it. First of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the 1st down and getting out of bounds.
He'll set up to throw. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Man, you did the hard part. Put a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down the clock?
A gutsy call to go for the deuce to try to win the game right here. To the air, it's Levin. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Past the 50, the 40, the 20. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return.
And how about this offense, man? They are jacked up, running around, chest bumping, everything going their direction, about to tie this football game up, and the special teams unit comes up small. What a huge game-changing block. Take it back to the house. This game is completely different now.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to make a miracle come to fruition.